of advanced ReactJS bootcamp, and this bootcamp you should take after doing the ReactJS basic thing. See, I'm going to teach some advanced stuff here, and this is the stuff which is like it is always required in React. It is not like React can be done only with that thing which is like which I've taught in the earlier ReactJS beginners to advanced. In fact, Hari had taken that thing, so it is not. It is not. It is not only that much cannot is not sufficient. And always wait a sec, let me also open my YouTube. Okay, one sec one sec, let me also open my mobile so that I can see what people are telling. Okay, because I have to see the chat there, because when I will code, not understand. Okay, so okay, so someone is telling hi. Hi. So as I was telling, please go through the React beginners to advanced before moving here. So there will be some advanced stuff. Like there is something known as React router. See, React is not possible without a React router. What is a React router? We are going to see. And React is also not possible without Redux, which is a global state management library. So it is not possible without that. Okay. Those who are watching on LinkedIn, please do watch on YouTube, because I'm alone and sometimes it is very difficult to post at both places. Okay, so that is there, and sometimes I don't see the LinkedIn chat often. Okay, so that is there. And so let me share my screen, and we are going to start with React router first, then we are going to do your Redux. So maybe one day with React router and 2 to 3 days, because it's a 4-day class. Okay. So what I have done in React router, see, I have created an application. Right now I have already built an application which doesn't have React router. So why do you need React router? See, if this application you'll see, it's a very big application in which like you'll see this add contact component is also there, and this it is showing all the components. It's a simple application which actually I have a video for this also on my channel. Let me check where is this video, so you can refer to that also. Okay, so I will also mention that. One sec. I'll give the video for this, so you can refer to that. It's like a project. It is not really related to your React router. So let me give that project. And this is React. Yes, fundamental. Fundamental. Okay. One sec. Maybe I will give this later on. So I will make that in the description. Okay, so no problem. So that is that. So let me also explain. Let me also explain this thing a bit. So what is that? There is some local storage project is there. So what is local storage? Local storage is a semi-permanent kind of a storage which is there. If you come here and go to the application, you'll find something as local storage, which generally people don't delete. So what is the whatever I add in this, it is sort of a permanent unless I delete it. And I can also delete all these things. Like if I delete it, it will go. And see, it is a semi-permanent. If I refresh it, it will not go. It is not stored in the database, but in the local storage. So how does it work? Let me briefly tell about it, because the main thing is React router. And the problem with this project is that my add contact, there are two major components in this project. One is this add contact, and one is this contact list. Header is a very static component. If I show it, header is very static. Okay, like this, it is like just showing that thing. Then this add contact is there. This add contact is there, and it is the one which is showing this form, nice form, in which you can add anything and it will add it there. Okay, so it will add it there. So this add contact is there, and it's a class based component, and it is adding it. That is not the main thing. Then there is a contact list is there, and this contact list actually goes through the contact card, and it shows it. So that's how it shows it. Okay, but that is okay. Now for React router, why React router is required? See, this is not the way apps works in real life. What happens if you go to Facebook also, or anywhere you go, there will be a contact app. Like any big web app you go, I'll go slash and suppose like slash contact will be there, like this contact will be there. Okay, so then slash add will be there. So any website you'll go, something like this is there. So website, it is very easy to do, but in web apps, especially with React.js and Angular, it is not that easy to do. You have to implement some logic here because they are known as single page application also. So you have to implement some logic here, and that logic is actually implemented through a third party library. It doesn't comes inbuilt in React. So whatever we're going to learn now, most of the things are like a third party library. Like React Router is a third party library. Redux is a third party library because React doesn't have a routing thing inbuilt. So we use a React Router, a third party library. React doesn't have a global state management. Context API also we can do. I will show that also. There is a new thing which is like very popular in React nowadays. It is a context API with a use reducer hooks. That will I will also, if we have time, I will show that thing. Okay, so the thing is that both this library you have to install externally. So, and one more thing. So how do I install this library? So Control J. Okay. So Control J will open my terminal because my app is already running, so I don't want to close it. So what I am going to do here, so in this project I will install npmi react router dom @5. @5 is very very important because React Router is a third party library and it has recently gone through a major change with version 6. So and the thing is that React Router is so popular that it takes some time for a new version to come majorly. Means it's a lot of changes are there. Although I have a React Router version 6 video also on my channel, you can see that thing, but it keeps on upgrading and it keeps on changing and all those things. Okay, so version 5 is very stable, so most people use version 5 only right now, but maybe in the future 1 year down the line they will use version 6. So you have to install it with at the rate version 5. So to install version 5, so see this version 5 will be installed here, and if I go to the package.json, I'll see this React Router DOM is installed. So this is the main. The package name is React Router DOM, not React Router. So it is React Router DOM. So that is okay. So now how do I use it? The main thing is to have this add contact and this contact list in a different page. Okay. So for that, what we do, we'll go here and do a import browser router. So browser router is the actual name of the thing as router, but it's the industry standard sort of that people name it like router. Browser router as router. Browser router as the router. I'm doing it. So this as command is from React. Like you can name anything else. Okay. Then I have to do two, three more things. Like one is this switch, and one is this route. So these two things I have to do from React router DOM. So like this I'll do, and so this is done. Now what I have to do here, I have to come here and do a router like this, so which we have done. So you have to wrap your whole application with this. And one more thing I want to say, see, I'm passing props here. So passing props is a bit complicated. So not bit not that complicated, but we're going to see it soon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to comment it out as if there is no props here. So this props were passed here header. I will close, and it was this props was mainly used in this contact list. We'll come back to this. Okay, contact list. Okay, I'll come back to this. Okay, so I have commented it out as if no props was getting passed. I'm going to tell soon what is there. So this router is there, and every component should be inside it. Okay, so this I'll move this header up. Okay, so this header I will move this up. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a switch as WITCH switch. Okay, switch I'm going to have, and this switch inside this switch. So why have I not put the header inside the switch? I have not put the header inside the switch because I don't want routing to it. This header is always like it should be there in all the pages. So you might have gone to some website in which the header is always there. So that is means it is not inside the routing, but it have to be inside the router. Everything you have to wrap it with this browser router. Okay, now the switch statements will have something known as a route. So I'll have a route here. then like this I'll have, and here I'll have a path equal to backslash like this, and then I will have a exact exact component equal to, and it will have a contact list. Okay, like this. Okay, let me quickly have another route. It will be add slash add. Exact will not be there. I will come back to it why exact is not there. Okay, so now there will be two routes. Okay, one is the backslash, which is which is also known as the home route, which have this exact keyword. One is the add route, which will have this add contact. So if you want to show some components, we show like this, but these are for ordinary component which don't have any props. But you'll have a lot of components like this. Okay, so this contact list and add contacts and all these things are they high. Everybody's using high, so let me also say high. Okay, so that is there. So that is there, and then what will happen. Okay, so let us now save it, save it. But there is a problem here, and the problem is that nothing has been shown. Okay, and slash add also nothing is been shown, and the home also nothing will be shown, because my contact list was actually taking some props, but right now I'm not passing any props. So let me fix it for a bit, then we are going to again come back to it. Okay, so I'll do a const contacts equal to an array of object I'll do, and id is 1, name is John, email is John at email.com, then to Mary at gmail.com. So this props will have this like this contacts will come right now. Let me now see. So I'm not passing in props. Okay, it is coming like this. Okay, and it is showing up. Actually, I'm using something known as a semantic UI in this project. You can go through the video of how I created this project. I will pass that later on. Okay, so that is there. And now, so what I need to do, I need to show this thing. Okay, so I have a div dot main. So this is semantic UI. So this all these things are inbuilt. Okay, div dot main. Okay, okay, so that is there, and so h2 contact I all. So this contact list is coming like this. Okay, so both of these things have been shown. Now what is this add? Okay, so where is the other route? Okay, where is the other component? The component is like you have to do a slash add, and see the other component also there. So this is routing. This is the main essence of routing, and this is how you do routing. This is how you do routing. This you have this router, and then inside this the switch case will be there, and the switch case the paths will be there. So this I am using exact only in the home route, because home route have a slash. Actually add also have a slash, so that's why I only use this exact in the home route only, nothing else. Like there will be other routes also. Okay, so that is there. But the one thing is that you never go to a route like this. You never go to a like a home page and then you will do a slash contact to go to the contact route. Okay, on contact page you never do that. So there should be some mechanism for something to come from here to there. So either some you might have seen some links will be there. Okay, so like header, some navigation bar will be there. So instead of navigation bar, let us make a button. So you can create it the navigation bar also. So let me make a button. Clicking on it, it should go to the add component. So what I am going to do here, in the contact list I have to go contact list, because this whole thing is the contact list which is been shown in the home route. So now what I have to do, I have to go here, and there is another thing from the React router which is known as a link tag. Link from React router DOM. So it is imported from React router DOM. Then I have to do this, and I will have a button inside here, button, and it will be add contact, and the class name equal to UI EIOLET violet button, UI violet button. So this is again semantic UI, but this so semantic it will show like this. But in this link tag, you have to do a to. This is a attribute which you take to add slash add. What is this add? It should be exactly this thing, to add slash add. Okay, so I will save it. Now what will happen when I click on it? So when I click on it, and you can have anything inside it, you can have like anchor tag also, it doesn't matter. So I will click on it. See, it is taking me to my add component. So this is how I can go it, taking me to the add component. Okay, so that is it. So that is working fine. Okay, so now back to our app.js. We had commented out the earlier code, and that's why this code will not work actually. So if you have something as a props, as I've told earlier, this is very easy way. Like if you don't send anything through props, you'll do like this. But if I want to send it through props, then what I'm going to do? So for that, what we do, this is also very easy. I will cut it and add contact list is there. Do like this and make it in the contact list. Then this add contact means do it as a function call. Okay, so like this I'll do, and yes, I will save it. Hi everyone. Say hi again. So please don't say too much highs. Okay, so that is there. So now now what I need to do, I also need to go to the, I'm now passing the props. So very easily I will go here and I will remove this dummy text which I put, and I will put back the props here. Okay, props here, save it and save it. Now see, if I go back, see this is the data which is not coming from, which is coming from our local storage, which is coming from a local storage. Okay, so this is done. So even I can add contact here. I will maybe add hurry hurry at gmail.com. I'll do and add it. So I have added it, but where it is? So I have to go back again like this and see Hari has been added. So it means it has been added. Okay. So good evening, Kamlesh. So it has been added, but the problem is that when I add a contact, I have to manually come back, which is not a good user experience. When I add the contact here, like click on the add button, it should automatically come back. So how to do that? Again, there is a solution in React Router DOM for that, and that solution is a props known as history props. So I have to go to this add contact. See, when I click on this add button, this function get fired. This function get fired, and it is like it is using something known as method as props, which we have taught in the React.js class. So it is coming back. The props is coming back. So that's a different thing. I'll give how to create this project. Okay, so that is it. Then what I need to do? Why I need to do? I want this the homepage to be loaded. So for that, there is something known as this dot props dot history dot push, like this. And then so this is known as programmatically sending it back. So I will save it. Now one more thing I will need to do here, and that thing is like in the contact list. I have to go. No, not contact list. In the app I have to go, because I am having a new prop which is known as a history prop, but I'm not sending it anywhere. So in the contact, if I go in this add contact, I'm not sending this props anywhere. But either I have to create a props there, or there is a way you should see in all production project, in which what will happen, I will pass the props here, and I will okay, but it is coming like this. I'll pass the props here, and I will do like this, and dot 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 props props. It means that whatever the props name is, that just destructure it. So that's why ES6 is so important. Destructuring, this is the spread operator I'm using. So now I'll do this thing, and now let me again try, and I'll do a some usm at gmail.com, and now I will click on the add. See, it automatically gone here, and it was definitely it was added there, and it is added in the in our local storage. So this local storage thing is always used in all big projects, okay? And the local storage things is so cool. See, I will refresh it, then also it is there. You refresh a simple React project, it will go away. React is not permanent, okay? So unless it is stored in database, or this is another solution to store it in the local storage, it is not permanent, okay? So now what we are going to implement, we are going to implement the logic. If you are clicking on a particular contact, it should open a page for this is the logic which is also used in almost every project. Like Amazon, you go and click on an item, it will open a new item, okay? So Amazon and all, they're made in React only, okay? So except Google product, everything is made in React. So when you open it, some logic in React also happens. Like, actually there is another API call there, but let's not complicate thing like that. But the thing is that a special kind of route is open, and this route is also known as a wildcard route, and we are going to learn about this wildcard route. It's a bit not complicated thing, but it's a new thing, like you'll understand. So my card is actually coming from this contact card. My card is coming from this contact card. So here what I will do in this content, so I will wrap this with a link. Wrap this with a link tag. Link tag, you have to import it, and I will wrap it. Now in this two, I will add ath path name. So path name is a keyword, it should be small only. Path name is contact slash dollar ID. I'm using template stringing again, ES6 thing, contact and slash ID is there, link is there like this. Okay, so like this is there, and save it. Now the thing is there. Now see something is coming like this. Okay, so if I click here, it is showing this 0, it is showing this 1. So whatever it is showing, it is like unique. So this uniqueness is coming because of this ID. This ID is actually unique, so it is taking me to slash contact slash ID. ID is always unique, okay? So this is, I mean, I have used a logic like 0 1 2 3 4 like this, okay? So it will be always increasing. So but the ID is always increase. ID is always unique. So I have used a logic like contact dot length it will take. So this is my way of generating unique thing, okay? So that is there. ID is always unique. So but now we need to show something. We need to show something. When I go to this thing, I want to show some component actually, and that component should have this name and this email. In the real world scenario, there will be more things will be there, but right now let us try to show that thing, and that thing is not that easy. First thing only, you have seen here like this, in this contact card, see what is there. So I have to use a different thing, like a path name, I'm using, which is like a bit different. So now for this thing also, I have to go here and create a new thing known as contact detail dot js. Contact detail dot js I do, and then I have to do RAFCE contact detail. I will create a new component, okay? Contact detail, and in this contact detail, what I am going to have, so this contact detail component will be shown. So let me quickly create this contact detail component, okay? So in this, I will again going to use the semantic UI. So class name equal to main actually, and this I'll come here and do a div dot ui dot card dot cnterd. So this thing is a bit similar to your bootstrap, okay? Semantic UI is quite similar to your bootstrap, okay? So that is there, and So let me complete it and centered and this is a very like here I will have an image. One sec, image will be there, and this image will be. Let me copy this somewhere. That's the image, and this is a man image is there. Okay, so that is there, and then the next thing will be here. It will be okay. So div dot content div dot content is there, and div dot header is there, and this I will write window, oh, not like this tag window, and I will have a div dot description, and it will be, so I am hard coding it right now. Later on we are going to get it from the front end. Okay, I mean do at 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐜𝐚. So I have these two things. So this main is having this two thing, and one more thing I am going to have is like this two day with me. Okay, I'll have a div dot center dash div. Okay, and here, okay, I think it's a mistake. Okay, it should be inside it. It should be my cards. Missed. Sometimes it's better to take it from there. Okay, because it's a completely hard coded thing. Okay, so why to write this thing? Okay, anyways, I'm going to explain it. Okay, so that is there, and maybe I will right now I will make it as a bindu, and in not this bindu, and this will be bindu at gmail.com. So I'll have these two things, and this is just a random like okay, now let me tell. So this is a big div which is a main, and then inside this is the UI card centered, in which I have an image and I have a content, and then I have a center div which have a link to the back. Okay, so I will also have to include this React router. So this is there like this. Now from where I will show this detail, so I have to go to this app, and there is a concept of wild route. What is this wild route? Okay, so I'll come here and do a route like this, and this route will be a special kind of a route. So it will have this path equal to like this slash contact. So what is this thing? Okay, see here, this slash contact is there and slash zero is there, but this zero is always changing. Zero is always changing. So how do I give that? I have to give this not an ID. Okay, and then I have to give a component equal to contact detail. So this is the component of contact detail component. I have to import it also. Contact detail will come. Okay, so this ID is very important to match with where am I? Okay, not this id. Okay, this id it is very important, and here also it is not like hard coding. It is every time it will change. Okay, so this is known as wild routes. Save it. Now see, that is working fine. Zero naveen at gmail.com. So I will go back. Tomatoes again, but it is actually hard coded right now. So I don't want it to be hard coded like, okay, so what is this chicken noodles and all. Okay, so I don't want it to be hard coded. Okay, I want it to come exactly like back is also working fine. This is three. Okay, so I deleted some of them. Since this is zero, this is three, this is four. Maybe I'll delete this. Add contact. Array at gmail.com. Awesome. At gmail.com. Okay. So these three are added, and I think these are showing correctly now. Okay. Anyways, it would have caused no problem. So that is there. But now, what else I'm going to do? I think I will end today a bit early. So, well, give the attendance. B1 attendance. Okay, let me. If someone is watching it on the LinkedIn, wait a sec. Let me give the attendance on LinkedIn also. B1. So pasted the attendance on LinkedIn also. Okay, so that is okay. So now what? Now this is all is working fine, and this is how it is there. Now how do I, now it is opening that component when I'm going to that route, but how do I show exactly this data there? For that, again, actually, we have to use I have to first create a state which will be const user comma set user equal to use state and empty object. And then we have something special, const I'm destructuring id equal to use params. Use params is again from React router DOM. So what does this use param id does? See, when I'm clicking here, I'm getting this id here, 0 1 2. So with this use param, you can exactly get that thing from the address bar. So this is something specific to React. Angular also have something like that. Okay. So I'm getting that, and that ID I'm getting. Okay. So that is okay. But with that id, now I want to get the data. So it is very easy to get the data with the id, because that id is very much unique. See, if you see id 0 is associated with this id 1. So if I somehow find this thing, I can find it out. Okay. So I got this thing from the header 2, so I can find mouse on here. So how to do that? So to do that, what I am going to do, I am going to use something which is there here. So I was using a local storage again. So no, Control C. I have to use this local storage again concept here. Now this local storage, I will use this one, this retrieve contacts thing. So retrieve contacts, retrieve contacts equal to json dot parse local storage or get item local storage. If retrieve contacts, then I have to do something, and I want it to change on id. See, every time the id is change, it should change. So it should not run on like component did mount. Okay, it should run on component did update. But when they set contacts, I have something here. Then I have to add some more logic here, which is like a const contact equal to retrieve contacts, which will be an array of objects. Then dot find, there is a find method is there, I will use that. And then contact is contact dot id. See, contact dot id is this id. Okay. And triple equal to id, actually if I do like this, it will not work. So this id is this id. This id is actually not number, it's a number of it's a string. Actually, this you might be thinking, okay, 2 is coming, 2 will have a string around it. So I have to change it. So I will change it with this mb a number like this. So there are other ways to change it also, like parse int is there. Okay, so I can do it like that. Okay, with that, and then I'll do a set user is equal to contact. Set user equal to whatever the contact is there. Now I have got the data. I have to come here and show the real data, like user dot name and user user dot email, user dot name and user dot email. I'll save it. Okay, so use effect is not defined, so I have to import it. Use effect, save it. Now see, exact mosam is coming. So this two, it is taking this two and getting this data. So if I go back and add this Hari, see Hari, it is taking this one from here. From here it is taking and matching and getting this thing and getting all the data. And Nabindu, it will getting all the data. So the photo is, I have hard coded it. Maybe you'll get it from the back end and all. You can show it like this. So that's it. Like today, as we told, a bit smaller will be there, and we'll end it here, and we'll meet tomorrow, and we'll start with Redux tomorrow. So Redux is a very important topic. We start with Redux tomorrow. Okay, and thank you all. Thank you.